Hey dreamers, my name is Sophie, aka Tam, French with a Vietnamese background. Welcome to the Tam Show, where courage is key. By watching the interviews, you will learn what school doesn't teach you. I'll show you all the actual hard and real in-between process that shape it brave, inspiring entrepreneurs. You will know what to do to start and accomplish your idea or project. Get ready, guys. Hey gentlemen, I'm happy to announce that you can get 30% off on any grooming hair services and 15% off on the Barbaard clothing line by just clicking down below in the link on my description box and filling the form in which you will get the secret password.
Oh no, wait. Oh, he's just started. Yeah. Good.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
This mic is live. Okay. Talking about your business partner, Guido.
Yeah.
You seem like to have a good alchemy together, and your friendship seems to be really solid.
Yeah.
But if if you could change something about him, would you say something about that? It's not in a negative way, of course.
Well, of course, there are things that are not his strong points. His time management is not always that good.
Okay,
but
yeah,
at the same
time,
that is his strength, because he can always keep the overview and he's always know exactly what's going on. So it's finding a balance between those kind of things.
Okay, and what do you think he would say about you if you had to change something? For example,
I'm quite messy. I'm quite chaotic sometimes. So that will definitely be a thing. But at the same time, I think that's also what makes me creative.
Yeah, artists
so
are so creative, messy, and
a little bit,
the
yes.
cliche, you know.
Yeah. He's very tidy, organized, structured, and I'm much more chaotic and much more struggling much more. But luckily, I got better at it in the last years.
So it's really nice and impressive, I think, to see two business partners that are so tight. You trust in each other.
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with him?
Well, our team always jokes that we are a married couple. But it is our friendship got so deep and strong because of this. It's not easy to run a company together. There needs to be 100% trust.
Yes.
And if there's not 100% trust, then friendship will break. Because running a company, building a company is a lot of fun, but it can also be very stressful. And then you really need to be able to fully trust each other. So and we do that. We do that with each other, and I think because of that, and because of all the fun times, but the stressful times and the tough times that we went through together, that really has a big influence on the relationship.
So what was your biggest achievement together that you did?
The biggest achievement? Well, we're sitting in it.
Wow.
Yeah, like we're building it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your biggest disappointment together that you had?
Biggest disappointment together? I think we have been quite lucky because we didn't have a lot of disappointments.
Wow.
No. And if there are disappointments, then it's just a matter of wrap your head around it and just work on a solution. And as long as there's always a solution, you can work towards it. Yeah. So
very, very positive mindset, I can see.
Yeah.
I don't remember the disappointments. I don't want to. Okay. Very nice. Is there some things, other things, personally and professionally, that you feel that you need to challenge yourself to do more or less?
Okay. I think that's something that I would want to improve better is finding a better balance between work and personal life. Is that what you mean?
Okay. Yeah. That's
that is something that's in the last 4 years we have worked a lot and hard and long days and quite often 7 days a week, and that is something that we both also said to each other, like, okay, this is something we want to change. So we want to do a little bit less micromanagement and a little bit step a little bit back in the micromanaging. So that's also why we are reorganizing a little bit and put people in different positions, so that the balance will be a little bit back again.
Okay, so it's hard, like the line between the personal life and the work is a bit blurred.
Yeah.
And so now is it better, or you are working on that?
We are in the process of changing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we had to close for the coronavirus. That gave a very unique opportunity for us to really step back and really relook at everything and see, okay, what can we improve, what is going well, what is not going well, and how can we change it, how can we improve it. And it doesn't happen that often that you have to close your business for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you really can step back and realize, like, wait a minute, this can be better, this is something we want to change. So we've been open now for 2 weeks, I think, after we are allowed to reopen, and so we're very much at this moment in the process of reorganizing the company.
Okay. Yeah. And so what would you input to make those changes?
Transfer more responsibilities to the team. That is maybe linked a little bit back to your question earlier, like how can you trust your people that they can take care of your baby?
Right.
That is sometimes difficult.
It's difficult.
That's difficult, yeah.
Were you working 24 hours before?
Not 24 hours, but
like
7 days a week.
I mean, only working and not having a personal life.
Quite often work days of 12, 13 hours. That is quite normal, and quite often 6.5, 7 days a week, which is it is fun because working gives a lot of energy. All the energy we put in, it comes back. But after 4 years now, I think we also said to each other, okay, now we should really see if we can reorganize our work better, so we can have more time to focus more on the big picture stuff, and also have a little bit more time off.
Okay. And have you ever then also groom the clients or not?
No.
Never? I mean, have you trained yourself or only your team by the barbershop in the Netherlands, right, you told me?
Well, yeah, we've got a barber here in Vietnam.
In Vietnam that train your team?
Yeah.
And were you interested in doing that and knowing?
No, not really, to be honest. No. I believe that everyone always has their own set of strengths, and let the barbers be barbers, because that is their strength, that is their specialty, that's their artist in that sense. I would almost find it a little bit rude to pretend that I'm a barber while they are so much better.
Okay.
So let me do my thing, the things I am good at. Let them do the things that they're good at, and I think that is the beauty of running a company. Find people and find the people and let them do what they're good at, and then really build something nice.
So what's your biggest reward that you had through a client?
The biggest
reward or compliment, something that he said that really touched you?
We stumbled upon a lot of situations with people that wanted to invest in us, or people that want to franchise us, or people that like a lot of people that's really said, like, wow guys, you have such a nice concept, and that is always a very nice compliment if we hear these kind of things. I
forgot to ask, how's of Barbaard? Barbaard is the beer, what does it mean?
Barbaard's, well, by now Barbaard is a thing of its own. It's the lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
It's Dutch, right?
It's a non-existent word.
It's non-existent.
No.
Barbaard
is Barbaard.
Okay, just an invented word for this.
Yeah. It is derived from lifestyle. A little bit, because Barbaard is a barber. You have Baard, which is beard. And it links a little bit to that famous barbershop in Holland, because that is called schoren, which means scumbag. So, and this derives a little bit from barbarian. So that's why we had Barbaard.
Okay.
But in the end of the day, Barbaard is Barbaard. It is not. It doesn't.
It's not
it has
translation
a meaning.
pure, like
Yeah.
Okay, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started with the barber shop. So what was next? The bar?
So we started with the first barbershop in Hanoi, and then 1 year later we opened the second barbershop here in Saigon. And what we saw when we opened in Hanoi, we have a very small seating area. I think about eight people that can sit there. And what we saw in the weekends is that the people, our guests, they liked it so much that they didn't want to leave anymore.
There was
we only had 8 sitting areas, so people were really like cramped, and because they wanted to stay for whiskeys or cigars and just chat with each other. So that's why we decided when we opened here in Saigon that we wanted to dedicate an entire floor to just being a bar, so people can come with friends and before or after their haircut can hang out, or can just come in here on a random night without barbershop appointments and just hang out here and have some drinks, listen to live music.
Nice. And then now you have a clothing line? Yeah,
so then roughly a year later we launched finally our clothing line, the
lifestyle brand.
Yes, we took a little detour.
But how many years then?
That was
3 years to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you're really babies now here.
No, yes,
Okay.
So we launched that roughly a year ago, and we just opened the third location.
Where is it?
In Hanoi, in Lotte Center.
I saw it.
So that is purely focused on retail. The third location is not called House Barbaard, it's just Barbaard. And because that is the gentleman's lifestyle, so that is where you can find our own shirts, but also other polos and trousers and jackets.
Where are the clothes made?
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of skilled tailors here. So it will be a waste to outsource
all the materials and
country. Plus, I also like it that we are in Vietnam, so locally made products. That is very nice.
Did you have any background in fashion, in production? No, right?
Guido has a very good sense for fashion already from when he was a kid. When he was walking on school, he always had the most fanciest, flashiest t-shirts. I was like, where do you get these things? So he has a very good sense of fashion, and so that's also. Even though I am the designer, he's the fashion designer. So he's in charge of the fashion design.
Okay, nice. Where do you see House of Barbaard in 10 years?
The idea is to really build the lifestyle. So we just launched a magazine, online magazine. Yeah.
What's the name?
Barbaard.com. Barbaard.com.
Okay. So online, sorry.
Yeah, online. Yeah. So that's where we publish everything related to the lifestyle.
Okay. Only about. It's international or it's only
for now Vietnamese. For now Vietnamese.
Okay.
And then in about a month or so, we will relaunch our e-commerce platform, which will be linked to the magazine. And from there, we really want to build the lifestyle products. So we will focus more on retail. We'll open more retail locations. We want to focus more on our own product development, and eventually, I don't know how long this will take, but the idea is to see if we can bring this concept abroad.
Yeah. What country would you like first?
Amsterdam would be a good option.
Oh, Amsterdam!
Yeah, so I'll go back to our roots and
and
then have a location there and
that would be a big reward for you, coming back to the roots.
Yeah.
Right now, what are you struggling the most?
At this moment?
Yeah, at this moment.
we're recovering a little bit from the Corona crisis. That has definitely made an impact on the business. And other than that, we're now slowly need to reorganize everything. So that is also some. It's not per se a struggle, but it is a lot of work to change the way of working, to change the some people are going to be changed, move to different positions. But that is at this moment. It's not a struggle, but that is definitely the current challenge we're working on.
I just want to ask a deeper question.
Yeah.
Do you know what is your why? Because my channel is more oriented to help people, to empower people, to help them in their life and to level up, to help them level up.
Yeah.
And before building all of this business and lifestyle idea, did you know why you wanted to do that, or you are still like in the learning process and you are building it because you want to reach a certain goal, or do you have a clear why? Do you understand?
Yeah. So I am a creator, so I really like to build things. That is what drives me. So that's also what gives me the most energy to build things, and that can be small projects. That can be designing a business card. It can be designing the interior of this house. It can be building this company. I really like to build something and that people look at it and it's like, oh wow, that is what drives me. And now it is a barber shop and a lifestyle brand, but if things would have gone different, then it might have been something totally else. And that would still be okay, because as long as I can create, as long as I can build, and as long as I can put my heart in it and really build something I'm proud of, then that's what drives me, and that's what gives me the energy.
So your purpose is to create,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It gives you life. It gets you really
I get a lot
excited.
of energy. Yes, a lot of energy. I get a lot of energy back when I create, when I build, and it's finished, and I step back and I look at it and it's like, oh, wow.
Okay, and to finish, what are your biggest lessons that you've learned through this process?
The biggest lesson I've learned. Well, what I definitely learned is that confidence is a very powerful thing.
It's key.
I think so. Yeah, and the key to success is confidence, and I've learned that through the last 4 or 5 years. I became much more confident myself. But in the same time, it's very nice to see. I see our entire team getting more confident, and with that, getting more success, getting more happy in their skin, more, and that's a very, very, very powerful tool. And that is also what I like about this business, because what we try to do here is we try to give confidence to the guest. So when they walk out with that new haircut, with that the moment they walk out, they feel a little bit more confident. And the same goes for when they wear our shirts, or when they wear other things that we create. And I don't want to say that confidence needs to depend on the way you look like, because I don't think so. But I do think that can be a very powerful tool, because at the moment it can be a tool to really build your confidence initially, and then later you don't need it anymore. But that is what I really like about this company, that we really build confidence, and for us, for our team, but most importantly also for our guests.
I think it's the key to succeed in anything, or to really have this drive.
A lot of people, they are not per se very happy with themselves, or they cannot really stand like, okay, this is who I am, and that is me. And a lot of people, they don't dare to do it, or they are not happy when they say that. And
now you see that your team can say that, like you see an improvement in each person. That's so rewarding.
And you can see it. Funny enough, everyone is also the longer the people work in a team, the more handsome they get, for example.
Oh, that's
because
so
they
nice.
are so much more,
Yes.
they wear their face with
they
confidence.
look more confident, attractive. Like
so
everything.
it's a positive spiral.
Circle,
it's a upward spiral, and that is very nice to see. And I hope that we can do that with our guests as well. That we transfer confidence to our team, and I hope that our team can transfer that confidence to the guest.
Yeah. Because they get all more handsome when they go out of this barber shop. Okay, last
Okay,
thing. I promise. What is the thing that you would recommend right now?
Recommend how?
Anything. What would you recommend
Okay.
right now to the viewers?
Okay. Do what you like. Do what drives you. Don't do things because they're easy or because of money, or don't let that be a motivation. Find out what drives you, what you really like, and if you can figure that out, then you're gonna have a very, I think, overall more happy life.
Okay. I promise the last one,
Okay.
just to rebound on what you say. That's really nice. But if we don't know what we like,
then
what
then
do
you try things. Step out of your comfort zone, and it's not going to be easy, but nothing good comes easy. So you really need to then push yourself and step out of your comfort zone and try different things, new things, and fail. That is once you start to do it, then things will become easier. I think that links also a little bit to then you become more confident and you know more what you want. And
then the circle.
And then,
Basically, fail fast to succeed fast. That's my motto. Really.
Yeah.
The faster you fail, the faster you succeed. So even you are scared to fail, you know that you reach the success. So it doesn't matter if you fail, so that's the thing. Okay, so thank you very much, Tom, for this
thank you for
genuine
having me.
conversation. I really like to exchange with you and to know more about your background story.
You're welcome.
That you became an entrepreneur from the age of 15. I'm still shocked. I wasn't that at 15. And so I hope you liked it.
I did. Did you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
It was really nice. And so see you next time.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.